today, we've got the final 2K roster update before the NBA playoffs. Starting off with Kawhi Leonard back in the 90 overall club, going +2 to a 91 overall. With Leonard, it was just a matter of time before he got back to form, and the Clippers are on a roll lately. Now you just gotta see if Kawhi can stay healthy. I hope he can. I love to watch Kawhi hoop. Tyrese Halliburton goes +1 to a 90 overall. The second half of the season has been great for the Indiana Pacers, and Halliburton, their best player, has been at the helm of that, back in the 90 overall club. Do y'all remember when Halliburton was like a 95 last year during the playoffs? It was crazy. Q Grimes, he's going to be a restricted free agent this summer, and man, he's earned himself some money in Philly. Up 1 to an 85 overall. Now we're going on to the team-by-team ratings, starting off with the Boston Celtics. Derek White goes -1, but Drew Holiday, Sam Hauser, Luke Cornett, and Torrey Craig all go up in overall apiece, while Baylor Shearman goes +2 to a 71. I think he had a big game. This might have been a few weeks ago where he had hit quite a few threes. For the Nets, D'Lo down to a 79. Man, D'Lo used to be closer to a 90 overall back in the day. Day'Ron Sharpe -1 to a 77. Zaire Williams -2, also a 77. And then Jalen Wilson and Tyrese Martin go up in overall apiece, making them both 76 overalls. For New York, you've got OG Anunoby going +1. He had a big performance the other night in the Garden. Josh Hart -1, Deuce McBride goes -1, and DeLon Wright goes up 1. For Philly, we talked about Grimes. Gershon Yabusele, he's going to be a free agent this summer, I believe. He's up 1 to a 79 overall. Adembona +2. Yeah, the Sixers, they've got a lot of injuries. They're just trying to tank, so you're going to see guys fluctuating in overall as new players get new opportunities. Justin Edwards +1 to a 77, Ricky Council -1, and Alex Reese +1. For the Raptors, Scotty Barnes -1 to an 85. The Raptors tanking this year. +1 for Jonathan Mobo and Jamal Sheed. They're both 76s. AJ Lawson -1 to a 75, and Cole Swider +3 to a 70. Moving on to the Central Division, I thought we might see a little bit more of a jump from Josh Giddey, but +2 to an 85 overall. Kobe White +1 to an 85. Matas Buzelis, he's had a great second half of the season, +2 to a 79. Kevin Huerter +1 to a 79, and THD +1 to a 75. The Cavs, we got a whole lot here. Javonte Green -1 to a 74. Detroit, Asar, Tim Hardaway go +1. Malik Beasley and Schroeder go -1. Ron Holland +1. Marcus Sasser -1. Simone Fontecchio and Paul Reed both go down 1 apiece, making them 74 overalls. For Indy, we talked about Tyrese Halliburton. Miles Turner up 1 to an 84. Nembhard up 1. Also, straight progression from the Pacers, as you also see Nesmith and McConnell go up in overall apiece. For Milwaukee, Gary Trent up 1. Ryan Rollins up 2. And Pat Connaughton up 1. The bad news for Milwaukee, of course, is that Damian Lillard, blood clot. Very sad to see that from Dame, and I hope that he gets healthy. Definitely bigger than basketball there. Moving on to the Southeast Division, the Atlanta Hawks, Trae Young +1 to a 91 overall. Do y'all think we'll see a Trae trade this summer? Dyson Daniels up 1 to an 85. I think he should be in DPOY conversations a little bit more. Reese Shea +1 to an 81 overall. Karis LeVert goes -1. Terrence Mann +1. Vit goes up 1. Mohamed Guy -1, and Dominic Barlow +1. For the Charlotte Hornets, you've got Miles Bridges going down 1. Nick Smith Jr. up 1. Josh Green -1. KJ Simpson, Daquan Jeffries, and Tajane Salon all go up in overall apiece. For the Heat, they've had a decent run lately. I saw somebody call the play-in tournament the DeRozan Invitational. It's also the Miami Heat Invitational. I feel like they're always in the play-in. Bam, +2 to an 89 overall. Hero goes +1 to an 88. Wiggs, Davion Mitchell, Kyle Anderson, all up in overall apiece. Duncan Robinson goes down 1. Alec Burks up 1. Jaime Jaquez -1. Pell Larson +2, and Haywood Highsmith -1. Moving on to the Orlando Magic, you've got Anthony Black, Corey Joe, and Caleb Houston all going up in overall apiece. For the Washington Wizards, Chris Middleton -1 to an 81 overall. Bub Carrington +1. He is now a 79. Marcus Smart -1 down to a 79. AJ Johnson, a big mover, +5 up to a 75 overall. Tristan Vucevic, bro, that name's so hard to say. say. Vucevic goes +1 to a 75. Kobe Jones +3 to a 74. Northwest Division. Yeah, Russ missed that layup, fouled. Nickeil Alexander-Walker in that Wolves game. He goes -1 to a 76. And now the Nuggets, it seems like all their shortcomings are getting blamed on a dude in Westbrook who they signed for a minimum. I don't get that, but whatever. DeAndre Jordan +1. For the Wolves, Rudy Gobert +1 to an 86. Jaden McDaniels, Naz Reid go down in overall apiece. Nickeil Alexander-Walker, was just talking about him. He goes +1 to a 79. DiVincenzo -1 down to a 79. For OKC, Chet -1. Lou Dort up 1. Brandon Carlson +1. Portland, you've got Denny Avdija +2, now an 86 overall. Avdija has been awesome for them lately. Toumani Camara +1 to an 82. Shaedon Sharpe also up 1 to an 82. Anthony Simons -2. Delano Banton +2. Matisse Thybulle, Duop Reith up 1 apiece to a 75. Utah, another tanking team here. You see Walker Kessler go down 1. Keontae George, Kyle Filipowski, Isaiah Collier, Bryce Sensabaugh, Johnny Juzang all go up in overall apiece. Cody Williams, Svi Mikhailuk are down in overall apiece. They're both 72s. And Oscar Tshiebwe, I want to say, goes +2 to a 71. Pacific Division. For the Warriors, B Pods really catching his stride, playing well lately. He's +2 to an 81. We talked about Kawhi going up. Bogdanovich goes +1 to an 80. Lakers, you've got Gabe Vincent +1 to a 77. Dalton Connect -1. Vando also goes -1. They're both 77 overalls. The Suns, oh my gosh, yeah, this sums up their season. Booker, Beal, Richards, Tyus Jones, Grayson Allen, Cody Martin all go down in overall apiece. Colin Gillespie goes +5 though. Sacramento, Keegan Murray up 1. Keon Ellis goes -1. Trey Lyles +1. Markelle -1. Moving on to the Southwest Division. The Dallas Mavericks. Oh man, Luka gave them the business last night. You've got PJ Washington, Dinwiddie, Brandon Williams all going +1. Max Christie -1. Jaden Hardy +1. Caleb Martin -1. And Dwight Powell -2. For Houston, Amen Thompson goes up 1. So does Dylan Brooks, while Tari Eason goes down 1. Grizzlies, Ja Morant up in overall. Jaren Jackson -1. Desmond Bane -1. Santi Aldama also goes down 1. What's interesting about this Grizz team is they just fired their coach not too long ago. Of course, the Nuggets fired their coach too. I don't know what's going on in the NBA. Jalen Wells, Luke Kennard go down 2 overalls apiece, and Vince Williams also goes down 1. And that brings us pretty much to the end of the list here. For the Pels, you've got Jose Alvarado -1. He had that big, maybe it was first quarter against the Lakers where he was going crazy. Jeremiah Robinson Earl +1. Bruce Brown also goes up 1. Jordan Hawkins -1. Antonio Reeves +1. Keon Brooks goes +5. You'll see young players go up a lot of overalls late in the season just because they're getting more opportunities as teams like the Pelicans are tanking to close out the year. And then San Antonio, Sandro goes down -1. Charles Bassey -1. Malachi Branham -1. So that will wrap up the last roster update of the regular season. I'm sure we'll get some stuff for the playoffs too. I feel like we saw that last year. If you enjoyed, I'd appreciate it if you liked and subscribed. Have a great day, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.